Hey everyone, this is John from 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. Instead of seeing my face today, you're going to be seeing my hands because we have an unboxing video. In fact, this unboxing video is going to be for the Dolmenwood Kickstarter. I know it's better late than never. In fact, most of you in the United States and across the world probably already have your Kickstarters. I was probably one of the last ones to receive it. But nevertheless, an unboxing video is always exciting. So let's get to it. All right, the first of two boxes. As you can see, I have not opened it yet. I am not sure exactly what the contents are inside, which box. Of course, before we get going, I just want to let everyone out there know, if you didn't already, that we are currently playing a Return to Dolmenwood campaign with all of my 3D6 DTL guys. That is an exclusive to our Patreon. To Patreon paid tier subscribers. Episodes 0 and 1 are freely available on our YouTube channel and on all podcast platforms. So you should go check those out. And if you enjoy what you see, think about subscribing for our Patreon. And you get a lot of other benefits as well, including access to secret channels to do discussion about some of our campaigns as well, talking to us directly. You should definitely go check that out. We also have an earlier Dolmenwood campaign that we recorded when it was back using the Old School Essentials rules. That's a 22 episode long campaign, and that is freely available. You can go check that out on YouTube. And please, if you like this stuff, please think about liking and subscribing. It really does help us out. Okay, let's get going. All right. Got box cutter here. Here we go. I'll be as gentle as possible. Apologies if you hear some background noise. That is likely Elvis, the king, my puppy, at my feet, who is very interested in what I'm doing, because Dad is definitely doing something that he normally doesn't do when he records sessions. We'll pull everything out, and then we'll remove this box. Oh yeah. Look at all this Dolmenwood goodness in here. Okay, first up, what do we got? We got some dice, Mossy Dolmen dice set. Looks pretty legible, which if any of you guys know me, know I'm a big fan of legibility over style. This is looking pretty cool. All right. Then we have, the Noble House pin set. These are looking great. Brackenwold, Gwillifer, crap, I'm losing it. I think this is Molbrecht, that's Malbleet. Can't remember that one. That's Merkin, Rhymius, Nodlock, I believe. One of these is Harrimore. Can't remember which one. But anyways, they look very cool. Right. And we have the Adventuring Party miniature set. Love the artwork there. Painted examples right here. We'll open up that in a bit. Looks very good. Looks very cool. All right, looks like we're getting into the hardback adventures here. All right, we have Melda's Song. That may ring a bell for anyone who's following our Return to Dolmenwood campaign. The classic Winter's Daughter, I think generally regarded as one of the greatest starting adventures of all time. The Ruined Abbey of St. Cloud. This, of course, was, this adventure debuted in the old Wormskin zines back in the day, over 2 issues of Wormskin, but then was redone for Dolmenwood. So this is pretty cool. And for those of you who are going to GaryCon 18 in March 2026, I will be running through this adventure using 3 sequential sessions at GaryCon. So if you're showing up, make sure you sign up for those. And then The Fungus That Came to Blackswell, which is also a really cool adventure. I read through it, and hopefully my guys will perhaps stumble upon Blackswell so we can run through this. It'd be very cool. Right. What else we got in this lovely thing right here? We got a GM screen. Very nice. 4-panel, I believe. Open that up in a sec. And we're moving into some books here. We got the Maps book. Cool. The player's book. Monster book. Oh man, the campaign book. This guy's beefy. Look at the size of this guy. It's big. And what else we got? We still got more stuff coming on here. Okay, we got, oh, the cloth player's map. I recognize this artwork. This is Jonathan Newell, I believe his name was. Yep, cloth player's map. And what's this one? Okay, oh, the cloth referee's map. Very nice. All right, and that's it for that box. Okay, let's open up the other box, and then we'll start looking through the product. Okay, second box. First up, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be our vinyl art, Tales Under the Oak, Tales from the Oak vinyl cover. Runner LP. Oh yeah. Very cool. Beyond the Witching Ring by Tales Under the Oak. Fantastic artwork here, a little Gnome action. Very nice. Good thing I have a vinyl player too. All right, what else we got here? We have a Dolmenwood patch. Ooh. Very nice, sort of iridescent. That'll definitely be going on my bag. Love it. Oh, we have the dice bag. Lovely canvas dice bag with like silver embroidery with mushrooms. Flat bottom. Very nice. Drawstring. Very cool. Be bringing that to conventions for sure. Let's see. Oh, we got a t-shirt. Nice. We have Moss Dwarf artwork with being affected by the Gnome. Very cool. Last but not least, I believe, is the slipcase set. Oh, wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Whoa. Yep, that's a big boy, and it is heavy. All right, everything seems to be undamaged and packaged really well, which I'm very happy about. This was the ultimate loot tier, is what I kickstarted. So, yeah, it looks like I got everything here. Let's open everything up and take a quick look. Okay, so here we go. First, let's start off with the big guy, the pièce de résistance, right? This is the limited edition slipcase set, which I believe is only going to be available for the Kickstarter. This is like a faux leatherette. It's got a really nice texture on it here. The silver filigree with the Bregel head here. Big, bold, beautiful, shiny Dolmenwood logo on the side. And let's see, on the back, this is the same. Then we have our 3 core books slipcased. Let's take a look. Oh. All right. Set that up there. All right. Ooh la la. Wow, look at these covers here. Gorgeous. Monster book. Campaign book. All this cover art by Ula Thinell, I believe is her name. Beautiful. Wow, look at those. Really nice weight. I believe this is a Smith sewn binding. They all have ribbon bookmarks. So you can see here. Let's see. There we go. Ribbon bookmark. Great binding there, as you can see. All right, so yeah, it's kind of a thing. I'm having like a little bit of a moment here actually holding this physical product because I've been dealing with these PDFs for years now, as most of us who have been Dolmenwood fans for a long time have been, having them in digital form, but actually being able to flip through, feel the pages, really thick, heavy stock, gorgeous. The artwork really pops. And of course, you've got your guides on the side here, which is really nice to find things easily. The end papers are, of course, in use in typical new OSR style. So you got your player's map on one side, and then you got your useful charts on the other for the player's book. And yeah, gorgeous. All right, so that's the player's book. And the campaign book, I mean, this thing is just gigantic. I mean, look at the size of this thing. Huge. Massive. But again, with that really superior binding. Smith sewn. Got our refs map here on one side. More charts here on the other. I think this one actually comes with 2 ribbon bookmarks, which is cool. Lord knows you're going to need them. And I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this section of the book is the hexes. It is indeed. Look at these, right? Control panel style, 1 hex per page. Absolutely gorgeous. Look how this thing just folds open. So easy to reference at the time. I mean, nothing, I will say, the PDF, having the hyperlinks on all of these surrounding hexes to be able to hop around to hexes is chef's kiss. It is absolutely wonderful. And I will probably continue using the PDF for that purpose. But man, having this book open at the table, going to be hard to resist, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm near the back here, and it's still like full, staying open thanks to this binding. It's really great. And we're talking about, what is this, over 400 pages, I think. 464 pages. Man, that is something. And hey, that's me. Thanks, Gavin. Appreciate it. All right. That's the campaign book. And now the monster book. Looking good. Thinner, of course. 1 ribbon bookmark. Still has our dividers here. So we have our encounter tables up at the front, which is great. And the method procedure for rolling encounters. And we have an index of monsters by type and level and the end papers in the back here. And then the bulk of it is the main bestiary. I think at the end we have, yeah, everyday mortals and beasts, typical beasts. Again, the artwork is just phenomenal, so easy to reference. 1 beast per page. And yeah. Great. Beautiful. I can't believe the quality of the product. It's really high end. This is approximately A4 size, I believe. So it's going to be larger on your shelf than your typical letter-sized RPG books. They're going to be a little bit oversized, but that's okay. They deserve the extra space. All right. Real quick, these are the standard books, which are just as gorgeous, bound in exactly the same way. So the only difference that I can see between these core books and the deluxe ones is the covers, the silver filigree covers. So they're standard, but they're still just as gorgeous, still just as well made, and there's no difference between them. So as you can see, we've got campaign book, monster book, and player's book. All right. However, one extra book that I believe was a Kickstarter stretch goal was this maps book, which the PDF of which I found extremely useful. This product kind of went above and beyond, I got to be honest with you. I'm sure a lot of you agree with me. You got the player's map on one side, you got the referee's map on the other, on the end papers. But in between, you've got all of the settlement maps, in large format, unkeyed, so that it can be shown to players. Really cool. There's High Hankle. Lanxhorn, for those who are watching our Return to Dolmenwood campaign. But what you have in the beginning here is you've got the wood display with all of these really cool things. So you've got like the all the hex titles, so that you can refer to the campaign book easily. Hex travel, so what the travel points it takes to enter into a hex, what type of terrain it is, what the chances are for encounters and getting lost. Road travel, so distances along the road. All sorts of stuff, waterways and bridges. I believe that there's one here that's actually like elevation, which is really cool, like one of those old school topographical maps. Yeah, elevation. Check that out. That's really cool. Mortal Dominions. Just goes on and on. There's like just a ton of maps. Really, really useful. That'd be very handy at the table. And made just as, obviously it's very, very thin, but it's just bound just like the other ones. Same high quality. Very cool. Map book. All right, we kind of already showed these. I don't want to spoil anything, but the adventures, but they're also high quality in your typical A5 format that Necrotic Gnome is known for. So yeah, Fungus Came to Blackswell, Ruined Abbey of St. Cloud, Winter's Daughter, and Imelda's Song. Voila, beautiful. And we have the referee's map. Because of the frame of the camera, I'm not going to be able to show the whole thing at once, but let's open it up. We'll look at the charts first before we look at the grand picture. Ooh. All right. Trying to fit it here. So, all right, we got everything you possibly could need to run it on the fly. So, yeah, terrain types, getting lost, sleeping in the wilds, procedures for travel, encounters. You got weather charts. I love the weather charts. All the encounter tables. It looks like a breakdown of the typical regions, factions, ley lines, settlements. And then on this side here, we've got, looks to be combat, weapon damage, adventuring gear, hazards and challenges, armor charts. Very cool. 4-panel. Looks to be about letter size. And here's the artwork by Paola. I always screw up her last name. She's Finnish. Hanumieni. She's my favorite Dolmenwood artist. One of my favorite artists in general. Look at the scope of this thing. Yeah. Really cool. Adventurer going into the forest. There's the owls of the Droon with the dolmens and phantoms at a castle and a cave entrance. Very cool. All right, that's your screen. All right, here is the DM's cloth map. I'm not going to open the player's map as well, since we've already sort of seen what that looks like, but just so we can get a gander at the quality of the maps, so the cloth maps themselves. I'll pull this one out of the bag. First time I've done this. Let's see here. Got a cardboard backing. Oh yeah, it's got a nice heavy weight to it. A little bit of a sheen. It's not rough. It's very, very smooth. You can kind of see how it drapes here. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to show the whole thing at once, but... All right, check this thing out. This is the eastern part here. There's Castle Brackenwold, Prickwort. Yeah, this is really nice. So this is the referee's map. So this is definitely not something that you want to put on the table to show your players unless they discovered all this stuff, because it does give away ley lines and the nodal stones, things like that. But let's take a look at Lake Longmere here. Really like the way, this is actually way better than I was anticipated. Really, really nice. Definitely worth framing or hanging or something like that. Yeah, for sure. Beautiful, nice quality. Nothing on the other side here, but yeah, that's great. Definitely want to use the, so this is the Glen Seal map. You definitely want to use the Jonathan Newell player's map version of this to throw it out on the table for your players to take a look at, which is much more of like a artistic representation of the Dolmenwood map, something that a person in the Dolmenwood would probably come up with, so that it's a little bit more abstract. You can't count on the knowledge that's on that map, but anyways, beautiful map. I really like these, nice and heavy. All right, this is the miniature set, the Adventuring Party miniature set. So it actually has a flip top here, so you can kind of look at what we've got. So let's see. We got Bregel Magician, Mossling Fighter, Woodgrew Thief, Elf Enchanter, Human Knight, Grimmelkin Thief, Human Friar, Human Hunter, Human Bard, Grimmelkin Fighter, and Bregel Fighter. That's nice. Looks like Elf's got the short shrift. That's okay. Better as NPCs anyways in my book. All right, let's open this up. We'll take a look, not at every single one, but just to kind of get an idea of the sculpt and the quality. Those look really cool. Okay, let's take one of these guys out. Focus, camera, focus. There we go. Quite nice. Resin. I don't know if these are pre-primed or not. I don't think they are. I'm a horrible painter. I'm really not that good at all. I think some of the guys are actually really, really good at painting in 3D6 TTL. But this might be something that I actually maybe send these off and get someone to do it under commission. As many of you know, I'm not a big miniature user in combat. I prefer theater of the mind, but these are probably too cool not to use. But if I did, I would like to get them professionally painted. More as like display pieces than anything else. Love that friar. He's so cool. Look at all the junk he's got on his back. I hope they come up with more of these. Different varieties, different kindred class combinations. Let's take a look at one more. Got to find a Bregel, right, for our campaign. Oh, heck yeah. Check this guy out. Is this Reg? Maybe this is Reg. Check out that sword. That's pretty badass, gotta say. All right, love the miniatures. And this is coming from a guy who's not a big miniature guy. One last look there. Ooh, ah. All right, got the dice set here. Mossy Deluxe dice set. Let's see if we can open this up without tearing it horribly. I do like to keep these nice packaging for some dice sets, like the One Ring dice sets and stuff like that. Now, you know, I am not precious with dice. I am not a dice fetishist. I like my dice. I like 2 sets max, and I like them to be readable. So nothing too fancy, but this is kind of hitting my sweet spot, not only because it's Dolmenwood themed, but they're legible. I mean, check them out. There's no doubt about it, right? You can definitely read what the numbers are for old guys like me. And here's your D20. And you can see that the high number on the die is a mushroom. Adorable. Very cool. Let's take a look at my favorite die, the good old 6-sider. It's nice. Real quick, we have, again, the LP, Beyond the Witching Ring by Tales Under the Oak. I'm not going to open this up right now, just because, you know, it's a record inside. I thankfully do have a record player, which I can play this on, which is pretty cool. More of a collector's item than anything, though. I believe all these songs are available on most of your streaming platforms as well. And I have listened to them, and they're pretty awesome. So check out Tales Under the Oak. Looks like there's, let's see, 10 tracks. And lastly, we have the pin set. Let's check that out. All right. Let's check out Merkin here. Yep, they're metal. Lightweight, but definitely durable. Got the push pin backing there. I bet you could display your loyalty on your person, should you wish. But yeah, they're nice. Here's, let's see, Ramius. Nice shine to him. Decent weight. Yeah, very nice. And a nice little case there as well, felt case. Beautiful. Okay, so that'll do it. That is the unboxing of the fulfillment of my Dolmenwood Ultimate Loot Tier Kickstarter package. Very happy that it finally came. Took a long time, many years, but definitely worth it. I couldn't be more pleased. I'm so happy that everything came well packed and no damage at all. And this is going to definitely take pride of place on my shelf. As everyone knows out there, Dolmenwood is one of my favorite settings, definitely one of my favorite games. And I'm looking forward to diving back in, this time with the physical product. Hope everyone out there is enjoying their product. Don't forget to send your thanks to Necrotic Gnome and Exalted Funeral for the excellent product and for many, many years of adventure. So don't forget to like and subscribe and hook us up with a Patreon subscription if you want to dive into our Return to Dolmenwood campaign. Everyone have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.